This batch of overpowered pro tags may be underrated, but the ass whooping sure does look the usual. If anything, underrated beatdowns are usually the best ones. Welcome back to Animeology, because today we have compiled for you a list of 10 very underrated anime with an overpowered main character. Let's get right into it. Number 10, Heavenly Delusion.
However, it's a filthy, decrepit world, crawling with monsters. It's hell.
The world outside is completely lifeless and almost entirely void of anything that can be called human. The wasteland is instead inhabited by eerie, powerful supernatural creatures which roam about freely. Life, however, does exist within closed walls where children are raised in a controlled environment by robots.
My mind and everything is a man's. So yeah, I'm a man.
Maru and Kiriko are two individuals who are traversing through a devastated Japan in search of answers as to what caused the unprecedented disaster that occurred 15 years ago, and also to locate a place known as Heaven, which will be a source of their salvation. Where will their journey lead them, and what is their link with the children that are curious to see the outside world? Number 9, The Tale of Outcasts. Wisteria is a lonely orphan girl who's led a life of solitude and has not once in her life experienced happiness. She spends her days begging for scraps on the streets, hoping that her life turns around one day. And so it does, when one day she comes across an equally lonely creature, Marbas, who has spent centuries in solitude with no one to call family. Following his fated meeting, a strong bond of friendship develops between the two. With both of them having their fair share of miseries and traumatic past, is it possible for two souls so different from each other to find happiness together? If yes, then what price must they pay? And will they actually find salvation? Number 8, Beast Tamer.
Can it be true?
Ryan Shroud is what's called a tamer, possessing the ability to gain assistance of animals around him. Thanks to these powers, he's scouted by a party of vile adventurers. However, after just 6 months, Ryan is both humiliated and kicked out for his incompetence in combat situations. Little does anyone know, Ryan is no ordinary tamer, for he possesses special powers, utilizing which he befriends Kennedy, a cat spirit and also what's known as an ultimate species, characterized by their incredible physical and magical prowess. Following this contract's initiation, Rain realizes his true potential as a beast tamer as both he and Kennedy set out on a journey to find more such companions. A life full of adventure awaits them both.
Just so you know, if I really hit you, you'd be dead. Consider this a warning.
Number 7. I have somehow gotten stronger when I improve my farm skills. Wayne's greatest ambition in life is to become the greatest farmer he possibly can. After years of drudgery, Ai finally achieves his dream and earns the title of a first-rate cultivator. However, alongside his farm-related title, Ai also gains a substantial boost to his overall stats, making him mightier than even the legendary heroes of old. After his powers are realized by the royal family, they enlist his help against the rising number of disasters that have started ravaging the royal capital. Although highly reluctant and inexperienced in battle, Ai agrees to assist the royal family in order to protect the precious fields that he's spent his whole life growing. But can he alone keep all evil at bay? Number 6. My Isekai Life. I gained a second character class and became the strongest sage. After dying of exhaustion in Japan's hostile corporate environment, Yuji Sano gets a second chance at life when he gets reincarnated into the world of fantasy. Despite wanting to lead an eventless life, Yuji realizes that he has the title of a monster tamer and heads on a mission to tame several beasts. This allows him to gain a second profession of a sage, rewarding him with fantastic magical powers. However, despite having gained unrivaled strength, Yuji still refrains from going all out. But looming danger soon envelops the world, and he now has the responsibility to do whatever it takes to protect the world that he has come to call home. It's time to put that second character class to good use. Number 5. Angels of Death.
You don't even get 1 second!
Leading a life full of misery, Rachel Gardner only has one wish: to die. Not having any idea where she is, she wakes up in a mysterious basement where she comes across a bandaged murderer named Zack. The killer promises to end Rachel, that is, if she assists him in escaping this accursed building.
All I see is despair. You got till the count of 3. Go ahead. Try to run away.
Despite the initial motivation, things get more and more twisted as they encounter more enigmatic people on every floor. With them having to encounter a boss on every boss floor, will they be able to find a way out of this precarious situation? And more importantly, why is Rachel there in the first place? So many questions, so little time. Number 4. I'm quitting heroing. Despite saving humanity from the despicable Demon Lord, Leo Demonheart does not get the recognition he deserves. Instead, he's seen with suspicion by the very people he protected, feared for his unrivaled strength. And that, to such an extent, he's banished from the kingdom and forced to wander around aimlessly with no place to call home.
You idiot! I hate every infinitesimal!
That is until news circulates of the Demon King's revival. To exact his revenge on the kingdom, Leo heads to join the Demon Lord's army. However, after having joined him, when he realizes the army is just the shell of its former self. Joining hands with the top commanders of this demon army, Leo heads on a mission to whip the forces back into fighting shape and get the army back on its feet once again. Number 3. Beelzebub. Oga Tatsumi is a first-year high school student at the infamous delinquent school, Ishiyama High, whose life gets turned upside down when he comes across a strange man who reveals a baby boy to him. This boy, Beelzebub, is son to the Demon King, and Tatsumi, alongside Beelzebub's demon maid, Hilda, are chosen as its caretaker. With Olga finding it impossible to escape from his precarious situation, he attempts to raise Beelzebub and adjust with the eccentric demon maid. However, the fact that he's surrounded by juvenile delinquents all the time makes this task no way easy. Combine that with vicious demons out for little Beel, and things can't get any worse. Will the strongest delinquent of Ishiyama be able to retain his sanity and ride through this challenge? Number 2. Maoyu, archenemy and hero. After traversing through desolate lands in a gruesome journey, the hero finally makes way back to the Dark Queen's castle to put an end to the havoc caused by demonkind all around the world. However, instead of a fight, the hero is instead put forth a prospect by the demon lady herself. As per the gorgeous Demon Queen's narrative, a sudden halting of the war would lead humanity, who are joined against the demons, to fight amongst themselves with similar situations for demons as well. The solution? Both the humanity's hero and Demon Queen must join hands and slowly put this war to a close, so that no party suffers any consequences and thus births a very unnatural alliance. Number 1. Katanagatari. Kyotoyu is a legendary fencing school that teaches its students how to use their hands and legs as blades. Our main protagonist, Shichika, is also a wielder of the Kyotoyu techniques who lives a quiet life with his sister Nanami. However, the siblings' peaceful life soon comes to an end when the wildly ambitious strategist Tagami barges into their house seeking Shichika's help on her mission to collect the 12 legendary swords for the shogunate. Captivated by the girl's amusing personality, Shichika agrees and the two set out immediately. But let it be known, for this is no measly task. On this mission, they must face opponents who wield legendary weapons as well as power-hungry entities who want Togane's mission to fail. Can you prevail?